It's time. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not talking about my ex-wife. Hey guys, it's Josh Reviews. Christmas. It's back. And I get to wear my Coca-Cola t-shirt. And yes, I did get this at Walmart. Now, you guys are probably going to get one or two reviews with this long hair, so hope you enjoy it while it lasts, because in a few days, or one of the next reviews I do, it's going to be cut. So, have a little fun with it. But nevertheless, let's talk about some movies. Man, I love December. I love Christmas. It's the birth of our King, Jesus Christ. But it's also time for some shit. And by shit, I mean by shitty horror films. Shitty Christmas horror films. The Killing Tree. So this movie is, once again, distributed by ITN. I don't know what it is about these filmmakers. They just love to produce these films. They love to make these types of films. I mean, all of these movies are made by the same people. The same people that also brought us Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2. Or, I'm sorry, they're bringing us the Poohniverse, as I should say. Honestly, these movies are just, I don't know how they come up with these ideas. I mean, obviously I've looked at some of their, previous films like The Nutcracker Massacre, Krampus the Return, trying to think of the other one. Well, anyways, now they're well known for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, but I knew them way before they made that movie. And even then, I'll review that movie, when I get the chance once Christmas is done. But until then, I have to look at this piece of shit because now, once again, movie's not good. Not good at all. I was actually kind of looking forward to it. That's a lie. I was not. I was not looking forward to this movie. No, as a matter of fact, I was dreading this movie. In fact, I was considering not even reviewing it. But we're going to review it. We're going to. So this movie is about a serial killer who dies. His motivation's very weak. He basically has this wife. It's like a Chucky, Tiffany sort of situation. He dies because one of the victims escaped or some shit, and his wife, I guess, transfers his soul into a plastic Christmas tree, and he accidentally kills her, and he gets all sympathetic, even though he literally just killed her. Makes no fucking sense. Nothing in this movie makes sense. I don't know what it is about these movies. They just have a tendency to not make a damn lick of sense. Like, this movie's called The Killing Tree. It's about a killer Christmas tree. This serial killer gets turned into a killer Christmas tree, and he has, like, these arms that can, like, cut people and whatnot, and strangle people, and the lights can be used to, like, wrap around the neck and choke someone out, and it can walk, and it's like, okay. If this movie was made by anyone else, I would be like, okay, cool. But it's made by these guys, and, well, I'm glad they're taking their newer films and, a more serious approach, because this film is anything. This movie's just boring. I don't know what else can be said. This film's just boring. It's the same shit. If you've seen Nutcracker Massacre, if you've seen Krampus the Return, if you've seen any film distributed by ITN or Jagged Edge Productions or whatever it's called, or anything made by Reese, I forget his name, but Reese Waterfield. But I mean, no, this is no disrespect to, all stuff aside, no disrespect to the people making this. I just don't understand why every time they make one of these films, it just feels like there's no thought or care or effort put into it. I don't get it. I mean, truth be told, they made a movie, they released it, good for them. But as a viewer, as someone who wants to be entertained, I did not find entertainment out of this film. There are a few scenes that are enjoyable, I will admit. There are a few scenes where the tree starts killing people and he says these corny one-liners. He says bitch a lot, just like Freddy Krueger. You can tell they're trying to take inspiration from that. But for the most part, it just falls flat for me. None of the characters are likable. None of the acting sells it. What I don't even know anything about the characters other than the fact that the main girl lost her parents, and I only remember that because the ending is absolutely buck wild. I'll get into it in just a second, but yeah. So the serial killer's soul gets transferred into this fake plastic Christmas tree, and you can tell it's just a suit this guy's wearing. But then, like in other scenes, you can like see that it's a CGI Christmas tree, and the lights aren't even the same. There's a lot of inconsistency in this film. There's some scenes where the tree is literally saying, I was born in the woods. And it's like, the fuck you were? You were literally, your soul was transferred into a plastic tree. I don't understand where this is coming from. On top of that, I don't believe that the guy who plays the human version of the serial killer, I don't remember his name. I know it's some stupid pun like Kringle or some shit, but yeah, I don't believe for a second he was a serial killer. Their attempts to make these guys seem very, evil just falls flat for me. A lot of the kills are very anticlimactic. There's a few cool ones. Actually, no, I take that back. There's a few kills in here that are legitimately funny. There are some scenes in this film where I'm thinking, okay, if this was made with like an actual budget, I could see the potential here. Because there's one scene that got a genuine laugh out of me. It's where the girl, like one of the characters decides to run out stupidly, I must add, to go for the car. And the tree throws some sort of like ninja star. I don't know where the fuck it got that, but it throws the ninja star. And it decapitates her head. And it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was so bad. The CGI was really bad. But I have to add, it was pretty fucking funny. Seems like that, I was like, okay, I want to see where this goes. But I'm going to be honest, most of this movie's boring. I know I already said that, but the reason most of these movies made by these people are boring isn't because it's like okay, I know I said it feels like they're not really trying. I might go back on that. Like, there is some thought or creativity put behind these ideas and some of the scenes, like the kills and whatnot. But for the most part, it's everything else. Like, for example, the tree is cool, I guess. Like, it's bad, but they at least do some decently cool things with it. Like, the tree chokes one of the girls out with the lights hanging around the tree. Like I said, it throws the ninja star. The thing has, like, arms that it can stretch out. They kind of look like churros. I don't know what that's about. So that's cool, I guess. But one other thing I don't get, like, a lot of the, like, mythos behind why he can do these things is very unclear. It's just kind of half-baked. But what I was getting to, the reason this movie's boring is because a lot of the film's runtime is spent with uninteresting characters that are just uninteresting to watch. And on top of that, a lot of the dialogue is really bad. It's really fucking bad. And I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert when it comes to writing dialogue when I'm making a short film for YouTube. But oh my god, like, a lot of the characters just repeat dialogue. I mean, there's a scene towards the beginning where the main girl's talking to her best friend, and they had somewhat of an interesting conversation. I was kind of like, okay, I'm kind of invested. But then she literally mentions that, like, her friend mentions to the main girl, like, we're here for you, right? Like, I know your parents are dead. We're here for you. And she's like, yeah, thank you. And I'm not joking. She literally repeats the exact same fucking thing. We're here for you, right? I know your friends are, it's like, you already said that. Why are we repeating the dialogue here? Stuff like that just really bugs me because a lot of the runtime is spent with uninteresting dialogue and characters. And a lot of the characters aren't likable. There's like these two characters, this couple that are literally making fun of the main girl because she's having like a memorial for her parents. It's like, what? Stuff like that I don't get. But yeah, this movie's not good. I don't recommend it. Had some maybe decently creative scenes or kills, but that's about it. That's my dog. Sorry if you heard that. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna give it an F. I was gonna give it a D-, be generous, but nah, I can't. I can't be generous with this film. Anyways, December Christmas.